So let's give you guys a tour of the shop as it currently sits, since we've done a whole bunch of moving. So my toolbox used to live over there. Well, we put all the jacks and stuff over there in that corner. I've got my CarQuest cabinet, and it's got a bunch of Briggs & Stratton stuff in it. My workstation has stayed the same. I don't have tunes going right now because I am making a video, but I have a really nice bitchin' surround sound system, as you can see by all the speakers scattered throughout the shop. There's another big one way over there. So this has got oil filters, spark plugs, and what have you, and then... Oh, that one's locked. I don't want to deal with getting the key, but because it's somewhere else in the shop. This is my small little vise that I keep over here. It's great to have. Just random extra tools under here. So, you know, like big ball peen hammers, angle grinders, drills that are... There. Shot. The bearing's shot in this one. This is a Rodak. Kind of like this one though. It's nice and... maybe I'll take this one apart and rebuild it. Don't know. But there's an Ingersoll Rand Impact and a CP pneumatic. Not Central Harbor Freight. No. This is Chicago. Under here is a bunch of specialty pullers for rebuilding boat motors and final drives, lower units. There's the ramp for that. Under there is a 70cc dirt bike engine. There is a generator that's mine. I haven't had a motor come in yet. I'm currently going through these two motors. This one is right there, and this one's still in a pile. This is a Polaris 500. The counterbalancer is known to go out on these. And I don't know if you can see the... where the bearings just decided to play havoc on the inside of this balancer. And these are like $400. So... But because I have a free motor with the gasket kit and everything, I'll probably just do find the best cases and parts out of both of these motors and put them all in a pile and rebuild one. And I have a machinist friend of mine that I can send both the balancers off to, and I'll just have my buddy, machinist friend of mine, I'll send the cases, the balancer and everything, and say, and a piston, a brand new piston, and say, here you go, and have him order the rings. So over here we have electrical stuff. This is all for the press. Down here in the bottom, that's all for the press. This is all electrical and battery stuff. And my phone's ringing. Hello. Telemarketer. So this is our shop light. It's bright as fuck and I love it. Duct tape, just castle nuts and drain bolt washers only. Stuff like that. Metric. This is my metric O-ring set I brought from the house because we needed one. We just ran out. So I brought this from the house so that we had, because I hardly ever use it. So now we have it here. As you can see, it's still full. Carter pins, Eclipse, things like that. Charging station. This is a double charger, so you can charge 2 batteries at once off of it. And then we got a little single over here that if we need to use it somewhere in the shop, we can just grab that and run an extension cord with it. Ancient one. The big battery charger, it lives under there. A couple of good batteries, we keep those there. Welding clamps, the welder, blade sharpener, snowmobile clutch tools, jet ski tools, Articat tools, Yamaha, and Articat electrical testers. So, as you can see, it's full. We don't use them that often, but when we need them, we have them. Nice sunny day. I pulled the motor out of that Kawasaki right there. That Kawasaki needs an oil change, pressure washer, scrap metal bends, aluminum and steel. Batteries, junked out boat motors. That motor's worn out on that Husky. That Honda back there, Z-turn thingy, little tiny thing back there, that's fine. I just got I disabled all the safety switches on that one. That's right. As we round the corner, we have air filters and other random parts here. Books, all of our manuals and shop books. Over there is all the extra accessories. Bench grinder, nuts, bolts, miscellaneous parts bins, bolts, nuts, screws, air fittings, a radiator, all of our nuts, bolts, washers, locking nuts, my personal chainsaw. I loaned it out to a buddy, and he said it was having some problems idling. Pull it apart, and I put a new spark plug in it. We'll see if that works. The old one looked fine, but this spark plug is old as dirt. So, I think the last time it did that, I just changed the spark plug and it worked fine. I don't think it needs a carburetor rebuild because I did that last year. Yeah, last year I did a carburetor rebuild on it. The air filter needs replaced because it's got a hole in it. Fuck you, mice. So we'll come over here. This is my 50-foot air hose reel. I plumbed this all in. So it's all held in up under here. And then we got some extra hose right there. Portable air tank, another light nitrogen for nitrogen shocks. Oil station, funnels, and this little can has 2-stroke gas in it. Here's the balance, one of the balancers. Honda 4-stroke boat motor. Really like that one. The carburetor, it's got a leak in it, and it had mud in the bottom of the carburetor. The gas was so old in it. Boss Man's rebuilding a motor. I've got to rebuild a motor next week. Yeah, next week I've got. Wait, what day is today? Anyway, it's either like Thursday or next week that Thursday or Monday of next week I have to rebuild a motor. That's an RM85 Suzuki that we're working on. We got a lift here, another lift there. Boss Man's tools. This is our cleaners and spray can assortment and stuff like that. It's pretty nice. I like having it there. But this is my bay. This is the boss's bay. We both work in each other's bays. It's just, there's 2 employees, the boss and myself. So, over here is zip ties. Zip ties. Shop rags, our rag bin, goop, carburetor stuff, cables. These are all hoses and gaskets. This used to be the hose remnant, but it was getting really full, so we decided to clean it out. Now it's just got gaskets sorted in it. Hoses. This has got chain in it and little bits of chain, so if we come up with like 1 or 2 links short, we have some chain for that. Or if someone just needs a piece of chain because they're trying to fix something. We get farmers in here all the time asking for bits of chain. Brand new chain. bungee cords, and down there is the snap-on borescope, so you can look down spark plug holes and see how bad the engine is. We got some cool stuff on the walls. My boss's old race number, trash cans. We are an Oregon dealer, so we do sell that. Let's take you to the parts department. Parts department. That's where we keep all the parts. Tire machine, solvent tank, oil tank. All the oil gets pumped outside, right through the wall. Here's the hose that goes through the wall. It goes into a big tank out back. Solvent tank, oxyacetylene set, like I said, tire changer. Then over here we have all of our oil, specialty oil like gear oil and stuff like that. And we have both of our drill presses. Oh, here's the jump box. I was looking for that the other day. Chain breakers for doing chainsaw chain. Some more manuals and paperwork. Here is the storage room. We got a bunch of used chainsaws over there that are just old and you can't get parts for them anymore. So if someone comes in and says, hey, I need a part for a such and such, Shindawa, Mancala, we have it. We have clutches for snowmobiles, new and old. Those are all race motors down there for when my boss used to race snowmobiles. One of those will probably be going in my Odyssey, I think. I don't know yet. It's either going to be one of those race motors or that Polaris 500. Probably stick to Polaris 500 because it's smaller and lighter. Bunch of cowlings and random parts. I got to go through all of that. More chainsaws. Snowblower. Tires and flywheels. Occasionally we get a flywheel that's bad, and instead of buying a brand new flywheel, we can save the customer, a bunch of money, sometimes a lot of money, by just using a used flywheel. Some of these are really old flywheels from cast iron engines that you just can't get the parts for anymore. Lawnmower blades, bars, things like that. Intakes. Mufflers, bags. This motor's got to get rebuilt. Came out of this thing. But yeah, that's the air compressor. I've got roughly the same capacity at home on mine. Mine's just a lot quieter and smaller for the pump. I've got a twin cylinder that's about 2/3 this big, and it's got a 3/4 horsepower motor, and it only pumps up to 100. This goes to 150-ish, I think. Can't remember what this one's set to. This is the old used antifreeze freezer that's dead. We just don't know what to do with it yet. Our drinks refrigerator. And we just went and got lunch. And firewood storage. So that was it. See you guys later.